Watch WWE Presents. Daniel Bryan is a pretty nice guy, all things considered. SmackDown's general manager, formerly known as Goatface, has had some rough times. Choking Justin Roberts with his tie and being left at the altar would be some of those rough moments. But for every Daniel calling Apollo Crews Apollo Creed, never forget, there's a WrestleMania 30. I'm D. Wickett from Watch WWE, and these are the 10 best moments. Daniel Bryan. Number 10. Protege beats his trainer. It's fairly ironic that in 2016, Daniel Bryan finds himself in the position of general manager and Miz holding a championship, because in 2010, things were just the opposite. Miz was never GM, but he was Daniel Bryan's pro on NXT Season 1, the bad NXT. Some months later, after the aforementioned choking of Justin Roberts and returning to the WWE, Bryan would defeat The Miz for his United States Championship. Number 9, 18 seconds. This shouldn't be a great moment, and to be fair, it isn't a great moment. It's what happened because of this that's a great moment. Going into WrestleMania, D-Bry was World Heavyweight Champion and lost his title to Sheamus. Remember your boy Sheamus being a main eventer? Of course you do. And because of this, Daniel Bryan was suddenly given a huge backing. People saw him lose in 18 seconds and were shocked, amazed, and almost a little bit more intrigued in Daniel Bryan, and this started his big fan base to grow. And this really, if you want to look back and pinpoint the exact moment, this is what started the big Daniel Bryan push. Number 8, winning tag titles as a part of Team Hell No. Or really, Team Hell No as a whole. I know I kind of wanted to not do whole storylines or teams anymore and just focus on moments. But really, there is no singular moment. It's their entire being that was such a great moment. In continuation from the 18 seconds that leads to his big push, this is basically part 2 of making Daniel Bryan a superstar. After being a mocked fool, Goatface, Kane and Daniel Bryan were thrown together in the best thrown together tag team since the Rock and Sock Connection, Team Hell No. They were hilarious, airing funny backstage anger management segments, fighting with each other, hugging things out, and of course, the real Daniel Bryan catchphrase, "Screw yes, I'd rather hold up 2 belts and scream that I am the tag team champions." Number 7, winning Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank 2011 was the best pay-per-view we've seen since WrestleMania 17. I said it. Fight me. Everything about it was just great. It was perfect, and this is no exception. Daniel Bryan was the perfect pick to win this match, and it was the first little bit of him getting into the main event scene and being taken seriously as a professional wrestler, and it started to plant the seeds for him and his future. Number 6, cashing in Money in the Bank. Of course it's right after, but damn was this kind of funny. Big Show had just beat Mark Henry for the World Heavyweight Championship at TLC 2011, and Henry destroyed the big man after the match. Enter Daniel Bryan. Bryan ended Big Show's title reign at a measly 15 seconds. I'm pretty sure that's still the world record. Don't quote me. And giving Bryan his first ever world championship. It was a decent enough reign, but the smallest guy cashing in on the biggest guy? Classic WWE writing. Number 5, the Yes Movement invades Raw. So, you're Daniel Bryan in 2014, and you want a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. And you're refused. Then you say, okay, Triple H, how about I fight you, and if I win, then I get into that main event. No, you're refused again. But when refused this time, Bryan took it into his own hands by having a group of people wearing Daniel Bryan t-shirts, Fear the Beard, to invade the ring on Raw and continuously chant yes to a visibly pissed off Hunter and Stephanie Hurst McMahon Helmsley. Triple H agreed to the match at this awesome scene too, making it fairly important in history considering what eventually happened. Number 4, beating Triple H at WrestleMania 30. In the opening match of WrestleMania 30, the good one, Daniel Bryan took on Triple H. The winner would be inserted into the main event of the night. Even though everyone really wanted to see Triple H versus Randy Orton versus Batista, good God, can you imagine that? D-Bry got the win and entered the main event. Can you seriously imagine how horrible WrestleMania 30 would have been if Triple H won and that was the main event? It would have been horrible. What a boring main event. It sounds almost as bad as, Roman Reigns versus Triple H? Yeah. Number 3, joining Team WWE. The first ever sign that WWE had some future hope and plans for Daniel Bryan. He was fired for, again, choking Justin Roberts with a tie, blah, blah, blah. I know it sounds counterproductive to say WWE had future plans for Bryan and then immediately follow that with they fired him, but stop being impatient. He was re-signed and joined Team WWE in the SummerSlam 7-on-7 main event that saw John Cena and 5 other total jobbers take on the Nexus, the team Daniel Bryan was originally with. This was huge as it got Bryan over early, got him a nice little angle, fighting his former teammates who kicked him out in storyline, and probably most importantly, put him on a team with, and got a major respect from John Cena. And speaking of the big boy scout, number 2, beating John Cena at SummerSlam 2013. Hashtag beat up John Cena. Picking up a singles victory over John Cena clean is rare, and boy is it a boost for your stock. Probably the best match of 2013 in WWE. Picking up a W over Big Match John very much so cemented him as a top guy. Number 1, choking Justin... No. Of course it's winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 30 in the main event against Randy Orton and Batista. How can it not be this? The entire reason everyone loves Mania 30 so much was because of this. Daniel Bryan, the lovable and extremely held stupidly over man, was seen as a legitimate B-plus player from the McMahon family loons. And if it wasn't for the extreme fan appreciation, we may never have seen that truly amazing moment of him winning that belt. He may have only defended it once on pay-per-view against Kane, but the sight of him holding up the championship after a long battle with Triple H to start the night and ending the night by tapping out Batista was honestly the stuff of legend, and it'll go down in history as Daniel Bryan's best moment. Unless he gets back in the ring and fights AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. And those are the 10 best moments. Daniel Bryan. What are your thoughts? Tell us in the comments below. And if I say of course too much, fire me. And then like the video. And then subscribe for more wrestling-based wrestling content. Yeah. Thank you all for watching.